Welcome back to The Curious Yapper. I'm Madison, your host and favorite yapper. It's been a week trying to remember to be human outside of work. Sometimes that can be really challenging. Last week had 2 out of 5 corporate girly cries. So Tuesday and Friday. So maybe this week I'll only have 1. It's kind of, the stress is getting to me for sure. Doing my best, and the advice from a therapist, I need to let some things drop and not kind of save the whole world. So we'll see how I do this week going into that. Monday was more stressed, more challenging. So I got home. I did go on a little walk with Evan. Again, I'm trying to remember I'm human and to do the small things that matter to me, like taking lunch, not getting home, moving my body even in a small way, making sure to eat, those things. So that was Monday. Tuesday, got the dopamine hit. I think that's the right chemical. Dopamine hit trying to get ready for my friend visiting the next day. Evan laughed because he called it last weekend and said that on Tuesday night I would be fixing the flowers in the living room to change it out from winter to spring. Nothing like someone visiting to get my butt in gear. So that's where the motivation was kicking in. That's just kind of how it goes. So I did that, did cram, get ready for friend. I don't remember if we ended up going on a quick stroll that night. I feel like we did because it's been really important for me to make sure I get outside. Wednesday was Earth Day. So yay Earth. Evan did a really cool post, and he just has a really great way to use words and to write. So it was fun to see what he posted, and I saw a couple other people posting about the earth, and I'm very grateful for the earth. I love the nature. We should protect the nature. Protecting nature is political, and we should protect it. Wednesday, it was raining. We were going to do a team walk for Earth Day, and then we postponed it to the next day because it was raining. So Wednesday, did get to pick up my friend from the airport. We got to yap some, and then we went to bed because we were doing work the next day. And the next day, I had a doctor's appointment in the morning, so had to go to that. I don't love the doctor. I was thinking maybe my blood pressure or something was going to be elevated because of how my body is manifesting stress or absorbing stress from work. So anyways, it was okay. Labs were okay. I don't like the doctor, but we go to the doctor because they make you when you have medications. Yay, medical systems. Anyways, that was Thursday. We did go on a team walk for a postponed Earth Day. We included a couple other teams on our floor, so it was nice to see people get away from their desk for a little bit. The whole team did not go, and that's okay. I want them to feel like they can, though. So we did a team walk Thursday, then got back, and I thought we might be going on an adventure. And then I checked in with my friend, and she said that she was wanting to just chill and not go off to a next adventure because she was feeling tired. She's from Texas, so the time zones being 2 hours ahead does catch up with you. So we took it easy. We did chicken tacos. Evan had made the chicken throughout the day in the crock pot, so it was good to just be around each other. Tacos and chats was Thursday. Then Friday, thank goodness for the weekend. You gotta leave it behind. Do your best. Then Friday, my hours are different than my friend's, so she was gonna come back after work and pick me up. She ended up zonking out, set her alarm to 3:40 a.m. instead of p.m., so that was hilarious. Evan texted me and said, hey, who's picking you up and where? So then he was on his way to come grab me. And in doing that, I returned a missed call from my sister. So I got to chat with her for a brief moment. And the sun was shining on Friday. It was a gorgeous day. Got home, chatted some more, then got ready to go to my game group. So my friend, it's Kylie, who was on the Curious Yapper about a year ago. She got to go meet all of my game friends and see them. And there's two ladies that were just, I know I've talked about them before. I think they're so cool. They raised their boys together. I really admire all the community that they've made for themselves, the different activities that they still do to be active. And as we were leaving, me and Kylie were in my car, and then we saw the two ladies leaving, and they were chatting right by the garage door. And I looked at Kylie and I said, "That's us." And she said, "Yes." And then we were exchanging back and forth of which one of the two ladies we each were, and totally agreed with her assessment. And just fun to think that the friendship could, take you through decades of life and different seasons of life for sure. And even Kylie and I are in different seasons of life. And even with that, I always appreciate her ability to have thoughtful conversations with me. I don't know that I have a lot of people that challenge me in that way. Or it's not even challenge. I want to stick with challenge. And I just really admire and appreciate our friendship. So after a hard week, she's going through it too. It was nice to just be together, even though we didn't have these grand plans, and it was just about spending the time catching up and chatting. So she got to see my game group, and it was funny because at the end, trying to get, I think there's 8 of us in the group consistently, and trying to get 8 adults to coordinate their schedules is wild. So the last 30 minutes of the night was everyone trying to figure out when we're meeting in May, June, and then I think we also did July. Oh, yes, because we were talking about when to do July, and between everybody's availability, it's looking around when my birthday will be. And I said, I don't know if I'll be in town or not, because I recently have enjoyed going away to go do something. Last year, I got to go to a national park, and that was just really special to do with me and Evan. So we did a tentative Thursday or the Saturday, and the Saturday is my birthday. And so they said, well, when it comes closer to time, you'll know if you're going out of town or not. If you go out of town, let's do Thursday, but if you're in town, let's do it on your birthday and have a celebration. And now that that's an option, I might be inclined to stay in town so that I can celebrate with them, because they are my favorite people here and I really enjoy them. So I keep talking about wanting the community, and if people want to celebrate my birthday, I think that's definitely community. So we'll see if I go out of town or if I say, you know what, love these people and I'm going to stay in town so that I can be around them. So we'll see how it goes. Also really funny to watch 8 adults try to find dates. It's crazy. And we're also, so there's the game, and then the ladies have been trying to coordinate puzzle nights. And that's also wild because, again, when it comes to the more summer months where the weekend escapes and adventures are accessible, I don't want to book myself on weekends because I want the ability to leave. And so trying to find weekday availability was wild too. We got to figure it out. So I've got games and puzzles of each month coming up. See how it goes. Then yesterday we slept in a little bit. Sleeping in until 7 here does feel like sleeping in because I get up so early. And then Evan made us burritos. We started a Netflix documentary about the LDS community. Ugh, I hate how much how much evil hides behind the idea of religion, and I think it's really easy for that to take place. And you just see documentaries about the LDS community, and it's just all about control, and well, I'm very turned off by it, but also then fascinated to watch what kind of stuff people have gotten away with, and now it comes to light. So it was fascinating, very heavy documentary. And then took Kylie to one of the local parks so that she could see the trees. If you were here a year ago, I had a very big life lesson where I learned that not everyone loves flowers. Kylie was our first visitor to the area in our new home, and I have been, at the time, discovering I love flowers. I love the color. And I didn't know that quite before, so I was excited about it. And it turns out that not everybody loves flowers like me. And it turns out that not everybody has the same passions as me. And you'd think at my age, I would have comprehended that, but I was just so excited to share the things I loved with Kylie. And she was a good sport, and she did not call me out or anything. I just finally slowly picked up that she was not obsessed with flowers like me. So I had curated her visit around what I liked. And so learned my lesson and applied it for when she came this time. And we did trees, you guys. So took her to see the trees. And then I learned also her first visit that the girl loves to shop. I did not know this. And so this time we did trees, and I took her to a market, and it was a good time. I had a good time because I love showing people just where I live, and then I knew that it was things she actually enjoyed without just trying to do what I wanted to do. So that was fun. When we went to the local park to try to find the trees, at one point we're looking at a map and we see that there's witch hazel. It says it on the map. So we do our hike with the first set of trees, and then we get in the car and we're trying to go find this next set because Kylie said, I've never seen witch hazel trees. Let's go do it. So we get out. We do not find the witch hazel trees. We think it's a lie. We looked at the map. We went both directions, plenty of distance covered to see witch hazel. We Googled what a witch hazel tree looked like, didn't see them. Also at this park, they have little placards that tells you what the trees are. So we were walking up to pretty much every tree trying to figure out if that was a witch hazel tree. We did not find it. So still Kylie has not seen a witch hazel tree. And honestly, I wouldn't know if I have. So that was really funny. And we were making jokes about trying to find the tree as well. So we did that. Then we went down to the market and I got to show her the area where I did find the cherry blossoms eventually. And I just love that part of town because you just walk through a tunnel of trees and it just is wonderful. Then she was going up to all different kinds of booths. Another thing that I think I figured out last time she was here, but I also observed it, the girl loves jewelry. So she's going up to all the jewelry booths, and it's just so fascinating to see which ones caught her eye and which ones she wanted to go into and pick up the items. There was also a woman who did paper art and she did jewelry and she did like paintings. Beautiful. I was fascinated. One of her pair of earrings was like $150. Completely deserved because she was doing like forest scenes in the earring and it's all folded paper. Just gorgeous. Kylie saw a set of earrings that had lava lamps in them, and again, it's all intricate folded paper. Absolutely incredible art. And Kylie and I were saying, you know, someday we're gonna go to these booths and $150 pair of earrings is gonna be like, yep, we love it, here we go, without having to completely budget for that stuff. So just gorgeous. I love to see the art, and it always colorful, hence hello. But I always love to go into the booths, and colorful art draws my eye. I love color. So that was the market. Then we also were walking by some of the food, and we saw a truck that had chicken shawarma sandwiches like wrapped in pita. Delicious. It was so good. And on our way with the food, I also saw a stand that had cookies. So we picked up 3 cookies so that we could taste it when we got home. So then we did get home, got to taste them. And funnily enough, Kylie's rankings were complete opposite of mine and Evan's. Taste for everybody. And got to do that. Then we finished the documentary. All 3 of us did. Just crazy, again, to watch what people have gone through and how people have abused their power in relation to religion. I'm not here for it. Then that evening, I think we had tacos again, and then just some more yapping. And today I dropped her off early at the airport and then came back home, snoozed for a bit, then woke up and headed to go to wildflower hikes. We did the first one that's more, I thought it was more name recognized, and there's barely any parking there, and it was busy. And got to see lots of flowers there, got to see the mountains, and then to the exact day, today, last year, was the first time I went on a wildflower hike. And so we were close by and we did that again. I noticed that I'm stronger than I was a year ago for sure, because we did one hike before going to the second hike and I could do it. I was huffing and puffing because elevation gain always gets me, and I still did it. So go body, we're strong, we can do hikes, we're capable. However, that zonked me out. I was so sleepy, even driving on the way back. I was like, ooh, my eyes are feeling heavy. So I was having a snack in the car and trying to adjust. And then we got home, showered real quick, had a bite to eat, and then I was zonked out on the couch and just kind of heavy sleep. So clearly I was tired. Then Evan and I watched the podcast that we usually do on Sunday. And yeah, it was a good day. It'll be a hefty week. Seems as though they kind of all are. So we'll do our best. That's all we can do. I've got therapy this week. That would be good. Very good. And yeah, I'll do my best. We'll see how it goes. All right, yappers. Thanks for the yap sesh. I hope you have a good week, whether you're doing things out of your comfort zone or if this is a week of, I need the comforts. I understand. I don't want to just say, you can do hard things. So keep listening to your body. Give it what it needs. When times are tough, do the small things that you know will be good for you in the long run. Have a great week. Bye.